All right. So, hello, Moviesy Movers. Welcome to Moviesy Yoga with Kathy. Today is Saturday, February 3rd, 2024, or whenever you're watching this video. Um, we are going to start in the usual manner when legs on a chair, but just let me tell you, as far as the focus today, we're doing the sideline series that we like to do at least once a month. It's sort of an all over workout. So, as far as props, besides your chair, you'll want something that will support your head when you're lying on your side. Um, a folded blanket, a brick or block, whatever. So, we're going to start in the usual manner with legs up on a chair, static rest. So, just to review real quick, your legs are up on a chair with your calves parallel to the floor or the ceiling. You want to make sure that they're in a tabletop position, not up high or down low, depending on how long your legs are. Your hips are a few inches away from the base. They're at neutral, so you've got the natural curve in your back. Your arms are wherever they're most comfortable. You want to breathe normally. Just, you can have your eyes open or closed. Bring yourself, your awareness, your essence into your yoga space. We'll be here for 7 minutes. Okay, stay where you are. Now, if you choose, you can roll your tongue under the roof of your mouth. That tightens your chin. We're going to slowly move our head from right to left 6 times. Cervical rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good job. All right. The next thing we're doing is vagus nerve reset. We're all familiar with this. We're trying to activate the vagus nerve that comes down each side of our head. So your head is straight forward. If you want, you can hold it yourself with your hands. And all we're moving are our eyeballs. So we start by just moving our eyeballs to the right. And we're trying to activate the vagus nerve. So wait for a sigh, swallow, yawn, or gulp. Ah, I do this a lot, so it comes right away for me. And then once you've done that, eyes back to the front, head is still stationary. Move your eyes to the left and wait for that sigh, swallow, yawn, or gulp. Make sure you complete your yawn. You don't want to stifle it. You want it to be a full yawn. So I'd like you to do this 2 times on each side without my cueing at your own pace. I'll give you a couple of minutes. Okay, finish up. The next thing we're doing is head ramping. Now you can leave whatever you have under your head if you choose, or you can put a set of therapy balls. I like putting a sponge ball behind my head. Now, what we're doing here is we're trying to reverse text neck. If you'll notice, society as a whole tends to look down a lot. We look down at our phones, our pads, our books. And I was talking about this the other day with somebody, and everybody slouches. This is kind of to reverse what we're doing to our neck, because we're always bending it forward or bending it. So we want to do it the other way. So what you want to do is take the occipital ridge, that bony part between your ears, and push it away from your body. So if you're lying on the floor, of course, you're pushing it towards the floor. You can do this sitting up as well. You just want to take the back part of your neck and push it away and hold it. So we're going to do this about 5 times. So press, hold, and release. And press, hold, and release. And excuse me, this will cause the same effect that the vagus nerve reset does sometimes. It makes me yawn. So that shows that you're doing it the right way. Press, hold, and release. And one last time. Press, hold, and release. Good job. This also helps your posture in general. Okay. So for our breathing exercise today, we're doing my favorite, which is square breathing. Now, a little side note here. I'm struggling with high blood pressure right now, and I'm working with my doctor, and so I'm tracking my blood pressure. And I'm trying different ways to lower it because I really don't want to take more medication, although I will, of course, if that's what she says. And so I'm trying different methods to lower my blood pressure naturally. So I'll do something and then I'll take my blood pressure. So it's been up in the high numbers in the 140s. So I want to bring it down to less than 130. So the other night I took it and it was 141/86. And then I did a few minutes of square breathing, just relaxing and square breathing. And I took it again and it was 119/78. Now, that may have been a fluke. I don't know, but I'm going to keep trying that. So anyway, square breathing is a count of 4. You inhale for 4, you hold for 4, you exhale for 4, and you hold for 4. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Again, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. One last time. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Good job. These breathing exercises, I love doing them because they just relax my whole nervous system. The next thing we're doing is a vacuum. So you can leave your legs on your chair if you like, if you're comfortable. You can move away from your chair or couch, or in my case, move the chair away from you. And you can have in for this, you can take any shape you choose, whatever is most comfortable for you. Legs bent, feet flat, or legs extended, which it is just my personal favorite. What we're doing is we're working on the pelvic floor, trying to strengthen it. So we're going to take a normal inhale and a normal exhale, but keep the air out of your lungs. And while you're doing that, you want to press your lower back into the floor, belly button down, create a vacuum, and hold it for the count of 10. And then release. We're going to do this 3 times. So a normal inhale, And then a normal exhale, but empty your lungs. Hold your air out. Create that vacuum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Give yourself a minute to get back to normal breath. A few breaths should do it. And then one more time, take a normal inhale through the nose. And then exhale everything out of your lungs. Hold it out. Create that vacuum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Okay. Give it a minute. Excuse me. All right, one last time. Normal inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth and or nose. Empty your lungs. Hold your air out. Create that vacuum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Okay, enough of that. We're gonna transition up slowly. So let's start with some windshield wipers. So knees bent, feet flat about shoulder width apart. And just let's slowly go back and forth. Start small. And then depending on how you feel, how your hips feel, how your legs feel, you can widen your stance if you choose. And go to some wide leg windshield wipers. Not everybody likes to go to wide leg right away. Sometimes I want to stay small. Sometimes I want to just go right into it. I've been doing some wall sits, and so now my quads are sore. And I can feel it when I go down. Oh, tells me I need to do it more. Okay. This is a great warm up for the hips. Okay, and if you've done the wide leg, bring your feet back to shoulder width apart. We're going to do some leg lifts, moving our hips in different directions. So leg lifts are you keep your knee bent and you just come up and go back down. And then the other leg, come up and go back down. We'll just do this just a few times. This is also really good hip reliever. Keeping the same bend in your leg. Moving slowly, not real fast. I need to remind myself of that. I always want to speed it up. One more, up and down and up and down. Okay, good job. The last one in this triplet is going to be the knee drops. And again, you just want to go as far as it's comfortable. You don't need to bring your knee all the way down. You don't really want to engage your hip if you can help it. Back up. And then the left leg, which I know you can't see, and back up. But when the knee comes down, it may only go a few inches, and that's okay. When you feel that first pull, just move it back up. We don't need to go to our full extension if we can help it. And then left knee, here, I'm gonna angle, left knee, right knee. See, we're moving our hips in different directions. Or hip flexors, I should say, different directions. Down and up and down and up. One more. Down and up and down and up. Okay. Good job. Now come on up to sitting. Whichever way, take your time. We're going to do our regular twists that we do sitting, regular warm up here. So we're going to start with the side bend with the lat stretch. So we're sitting in a comfortable position. Let me get my timer going. Hand along the mat. Other arm comes up and over. We make a C move. C is for cookie. I like this stretch because I can feel it all the way from my underarm all the way down to my hip. Now take that upper arm and lower it until it's parallel to the floor. Reach for the corner. And you should feel a different stretch on your latissimus dorsi. And there we go. Arm up, torso up. I see the dog is trying to get involved in yoga, Diana. We're going to go to the left side. Hand along the mat. Other arm comes up and over. Keep both sits bones on the floor. So just lean over as far as you can. I like this stretch. I do this a lot. Now, lower your upper arm till it's parallel, and you'll feel that stretch under your arm and down your back. Oh, yes. There we go. Arm up, torso up. Now we're going to do a rotation, thoracic rotation. That just means upper back. So again, it's a 40-second hold. Left hand on right knee. Your other arm is behind you and you're on your fingertips. This is your support. And then rotate your shoulders to the other side of the mat as far as you can. When you feel that first pull, of course, stop there. You've got options while you're in this position. You can move your head. You can move your torso. I don't recommend doing both. It's a little much. I just like enjoying the stretch and being aware of where I'm feeling this. And then it's over. We go to the other side. Right hand on left knee. Left arm is behind you. You rotate. You remember your options. Make sure you're sitting up straight, that your posture is good. No slouching in this class. Hey, come on around. Now the last in this triplet is one I really like. It's just torso circles. We're just going to be doing a circle. Now you can make this circle as big or as small as is comfortable for you. If you want tiny circles, you can do that, or you can make them as big. Keep your back straight. And we're going to switch in just a minute. Shoulders back. Pretend you have a board on your back. You can feel things shifting as I do this. Now, whatever direction you're going, go the other direction. Again, keeping your back straight, shoulders back. Good posture. Always good posture. Excuse me. I haven't done a whole lot of talking yet this morning. Both sits bones are still on the floor. Back is straight, shoulders back. And there we go. Okay. Now we are going to do just a few standing things before we hit the mat and do the sideline series. So we're going to be standing at the wall. So give me just a minute. I need to do some production work here. I need a production assistant in here. That's what I need. Okay, so we're standing at the wall, back to the wall. We're going to do a back bend, and it's going to be held for 40 seconds. This is bone building. So here we are, hands up and palms against the wall if possible. Now, if you'll notice, my chest is expanded, but my hips are back. You want to keep your elbows as close to your head as possible. If you have shoulder issues, they may be out, but that's fine. The closer they are to your head, the more the stretch you're doing in your back. We're holding this for 40 seconds. Just breathe normally. And come on down. Now I'm just going to adjust this because I want you to see my feet. Now we're going to do a spine twist. I don't have much room here. So your side is against the wall. The foot that is closest to the wall is forward. The other foot is back. Excuse me. Elbows at your waist, hands up, and then we rotate and put our hands on the wall. And again, this is a 40-second hold. You want to make sure, if you can, that your hands are even with each other. You know, not one's not higher than the other. Now, in this shape, you can move your head back and forth if you choose. I don't recommend looking up and down. Not in this position. But if you want, you can do cervical rotation or not. Just know that you're doing something good for your body. There you go. 40 seconds. Now we're going to go the other way. So again, the foot that is closest to the wall is forward. Excuse me. The other one is back. Elbows at your waist, hands up, rotate, hands on the wall. Now, the reason we hold this for 40 seconds is because it takes that amount of time to make it a bone building move. If we were only here for 10 seconds, it'd be a great stretch, but it wouldn't do anything for our bone density. So bone building is when you hold it for 30 seconds or more. There we go. All right. Good job. Now we're going to do one more standing move before we hit the mat. And this is another one I like, but again, I want to tell you to pace yourself. Because what we're going to do is we're going to hang onto the wall. We're going to march in place. Now you want to lift your knees when you do this. We're going to be doing it for a full minute. So you want to pace yourself. It's better to do it slowly and lift your knees than it is to do it fast and then wear out after 10 seconds. So it's actually a core move, but it's a good one. So here we go. And it's not a balance move, which is why we're bracing against the wall. So knees up, go at your own pace. You don't have to go. I do this almost every day. So I really like it because it's good for the core. It's good for the legs. It's an aerobic move. I don't always get out to do my walk. I have my lazy days. Everybody does. And sometimes you're just too busy. So I try to do this on those days. And the other days too. It's just a good core move. And you know, a minute goes by before you even know it. It really does. I mean, we're already down to 7 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. That wasn't so bad. Okay, now we're going to go back to the mat. I got to plug in here. And we are going to be lying on our side. So again, you want to make sure you have support under your head, and it's the right kind of support. You don't want to be like this or like this. That's bad for your neck. So in my case, a thick block works because I have narrow shoulders. But I've tried a folded up blanket, and that works too. So lying on your side, shoulders stacked, hips stacked, knees stacked, knees bent. And here we are. So we're going to do arms first. Your arm is straight out ahead of you, palm facing the ground. And the first one is scapula protraction, retraction. So the arm moves forward and then comes back. You're moving your scapula, the bone in the back of your shoulder, forward and then back. The rest of the arm comes along for the ride, forward and back, and forward and back. One more time, forward and back. Okay. That's that. The next move is called sunrise sunset. So again, the arm is as it was before. We're actually all familiar with this routine, I know. And then up it goes, and then down, and up, and down, and up, and down. Sorry, I got a text. Up, and down. Good job. Okay. The next move is shoulder rotation. Now for this, I like putting my fingers on my shoulder so I can feel the rotation in that joint. You don't have to, but I don't know, I find it kind of interesting. So your arm is up like we were before. I also make a loose fist. Otherwise, I'm rotating my wrist and it does nothing for the shoulder. So, and then we rotate an internal rotation. The whole arm comes from the shoulder. And then an external rotation. And internal and external. And we're moving the shoulder joint. That's why I like to feel and make sure I'm moving the right joint. And in and out. One more in and out. Okay. Good job. So the next thing we're doing is vehicles that have technical snow angel. So basically your hand is at your hip, your palm is forward. Let me scoot down just a little. Your palm is forward. So you're going to bring your arm up and around. And now your palm, excuse me, I'm sorry, I am doing this wrong. When your hand is at your hip, your palm is facing the ceiling. Then when you come up and around and down, the palm is facing the floor and you rotate it forward. There we go. And then the arm comes back with the palm facing forward. Then you rotate and face your palm towards the ceiling. And then up we go, up and over. Palms facing the floor. Rotate to front. Arm comes back. Rotate to ceiling. One more time. Arm up and over. Rotate palm to front. And then arm comes back. And rotate to ceiling. Okay. Finally got that right. The next one is arm circles. And this I love. This is so good for the shoulder. So you want to have a straight arm if possible. And you're just using your arm. You're not engaging any other part of your body. So it's a complete circle. And you come around. You don't want any other part of your body or torso to move. You're not going like that. It's just the arm. So the shoulder is a ball and socket joint. And this is one of, some people can do this with their hips. I can't. I don't know if I'll ever be able to, but certainly with our arms, we can go in a complete circle. And the circle is as big as is comfortable for you. The bigger, the better. But whatever works for you. And again, we're moving slowly. One more rotation. Then we're going to switch direction. So now go the other way. Ooh, I just heard a pop. That's okay. It's a good thing. And yep, this is so good for your shoulder. When I slept on my shoulder wrong or did something to it, I did this every day and it really helps. So one more. Okay. Give it a rest for just a minute or so. Next, we're going to do flying pizza. I love this one. Your elbows at your waist. Your arm is extended, palm down. And then you just come up and face your palm to your head. Now, you may not be able to do this. This is rotator cuff work. Just come up as far as you can and go back down. Coming up all the way, I can feel my rotator cuff. So up and down and up and down and up. Okay, good job. Check out your arms. We're done with this arm for today. Now we're going to move to our legs. So straighten your legs out. If you need more support, you can bend your lower leg. Nothing wrong with that. You want to droop your foot, and we're just doing leg lifts. Now we're not engaging the hip, just the leg. So when you feel your hips start to engage, that's when you stop and come back down. And we're just drooping the foot here. And up and down and up. I feel it right here and down. Okay. Now, you may want to bend your leg at this point. We're going to go forward with the leg and dorsiflex your foot. In other words, point your toes towards your head, and then go backward with the leg and point your toe. So make sure you have enough room. So forward, dorsiflex, backward, point. Again, you're not engaging your hips, so you may only go a few inches forward. That's fine. And a few inches backward. That's fine too. You're not moving anything but your leg. Forward and back. Forward and back. Okay. Ooh, my knee just popped. Now this next one is clams. Your ankles are together. Your knee comes up and down. And again, how far it comes up depends on you. Again, you're not engaging your hip, so it may only come up a few inches. That's okay. And then down and up and then down. Now, if you're like me and you have short arms, you might want to move your knees a little bit closer. We're going to do clams with resistance. So your hands on the side of your knee, and as it comes up, your hand is pushing it down, but the knee is winning. And then as it goes down, the knee is pushing it up, but the hand is winning. So it's sort of a dance. And if you're doing this right, you should feel it in your left glute or whatever glute's on top. So up and down. This is called resistance, or actually isometric. Okay. So now we're going to flip to the other side. You can just roll over. I'm going to go this way so I can see you. And again, we're stacking everything. Shoulders, hips, knees. Starting with our arm. So straight arm, forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. In your home practice, you can do this as many times as you choose. The next move is sunrise, sunset. So up and down and up and down and up and down. One more. Up and down. Okay, good job. The third one, if you'll recall, your arm is up. And if you choose, you can put your fingers right where your joint is. Make a loose fist. I do that just because it keeps me from rotating my wrist. And we're going to rotate the whole arm at the shoulder. Inward and outward. Inward and outward. Warming up that shoulder. One more. Okay, good job. The next one is that technical snow angel. So your hands at your hip, your palm is facing the ceiling, comes up and around, up and over, palm forward, up and back, palm up and over, palm forward. Go. Running out of time, so we're not doing as many reps. So we move on to arm circles. So round and round we go. We're only going to do 3 and then switch direction. You want to keep your arm as straight as you can and go the other way. And the last one is the flying pizza. Excuse me. So elbow at waist, forearm facing the floor, palm down, and then up and down, and then up. Good job. Okay, now we're doing legs. So legs extended. Again, you can bend your lower leg if you choose. Droop your foot. Raise the leg. Do not engage the hips or any other part. Just as high as is comfortable. Up we go. Okay. Now, at this point, you may want to bend your bottom leg. I do for support. So foot forward, flex, and backward point. Forward flex, backward point, flex, and backward point. Good job. Now we're doing clams. Back to legs bent. Knee up, keep your feet together and down. Knee up and down. Knee up and down. If you're like me, you need to get your knees closer. I can't reach. We're going to push with our hand. And the knee is winning when we go up. And the hand is winning when we go down. So we're applying pressure, gentle pressure, up and down, and up and down. One more, up and down. Okay, that's it. That is the side lying series. Go ahead and get ready for Yoga Nidra. Get into your comfortable Shavasana position. I'm going to lead you through a 61-point guided meditation. You might want to put something over your eyes. Make sure you are warm enough or cool enough, as the case may be. I'm going to ask you to bring your attention to the points as I mention them without moving any part of your body. We're going to start with your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Observe your abdomen as it rises and falls with the gentle flow of your breath. Now bring your awareness to the center of your eyebrows, center of your throat, right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, navel center, spiritual heart center, center of your throat, center of your eyebrows. This concludes the 61-point guided meditation. Begin to wiggle and stretch. Stretch one side, then the other. Stretch your arms out. Stretch your legs out if they're bent. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rotate your wrists and your ankles. First one way, then the other. Now take your right knee and pull it to your chest. Thank your knee for everything you do. Straighten that leg out. Take your left knee and hold it to your chest. Thank you, knee. Appreciate you. Straighten that leg out. Now bring both knees up and hold them to your chest and slowly roll back and forth, feeling that massage on your lower back and your back organs. And when you're ready, you can roll towards the camera using your lower arm as support for your head. And we're going to take our gratitude minute right here. And just take a minute and be grateful. I always like starting my day with a grateful heart, even though it's hectic as heck sometimes. I'm grateful for all that I have. I'm grateful for you guys. I'm grateful to Via for getting me involved in all of this. So I'm grateful that I can move the way I do. So we're all getting older. So when you're ready, come on up to sitting. Going to remove my spotlight. You might want to unmute yourself so we can say namaste. Hands at your heart. I want to thank you all for joining me today. And I hope you have a joyful and peaceful rest of your day. Let's end the class by saying to each other, Namaste.
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 Thank you, Patty.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Kat.
you.
Thank you.
Good luck with your class.